if you just take this one thing that I'm going to share with you right now, just this one thing has the potential to take you all the way to your destination, to you living your happy, fulfilled life. How your bank account is going to improve, how your relationship is going to improve, how your love life is going to improve, how what you do in the world is going to improve. Everything is going to improve when you really get this one thing. And once I solve this for you, once you really get it, this is why, I ask you for the next 5 minutes, give yourself this luxury to actually get this in. And, because you're going to be able to take it with you in every aspect of your life, and it's what is going to skyrocket you and benefit you on every possible level. Whatever that you do. And the biggest trap that you are in and not even seeing it, and this whole world, how it was turned upside down, is when they took your awareness from the inside to the outside. It's always one of the same game, guys. It's always taking your consciousness from the inside to the outside. This is a war, you can say that way, for your own consciousness. And when you're focused on you, on the inside, you're focused on who? On you and your divine, on the God itself. And this whole outside world is here for your enjoyment, but where the trouble becomes, where your life becomes trouble and where your life becomes not enjoyable, it is when you cross that line from the inside to the outside, and all of a sudden you're all on the out. This is the mainstream people. This is the mainstream people. This is how they enslave everyone in this earth. Doesn't matter this way or the other, but the basic is they took your awareness from the inside to the outside. Instead of you doing this internal work, solving things for you, really figuring it out, what will really make my heart sing, they took your awareness there, and there you are, comparing yourself to someone else. There is a second part of this. You are comparing yourself to someone else, and when you start comparing, you get into the fear, worry, and doubt, and this is where they get more of you, and you get more splitted. In the same time, you can say, as you are drawing your consciousness from outside to the in, you are raising your consciousness, you're raising your awareness. And what is God? God Almighty is awareness itself. And another way to liberate you from this trap of constantly comparing yourself, so you actually, mainstream people, they live their lives for some other goals and aspirations that are not even theirs. Most of the people, they live their lives carrying someone else's story that is not their story, and this is why they cannot find happiness, because as long as you are split on the outside and looking everywhere elsewhere instead of here inside of you, you will never do the right thing by you. You will never create the life that you are going to be proud of. It is impossible, and it's basically, if it can be put in one video like this, it is what has been done. Your awareness has been taken from the inside to the outside. Inside is unity, outside is your splitted. Inside is your heart consciousness, center consciousness. Outside is your ego. You're going to be very motivated by, working really hard so that you can get a better car than someone else, because this is what is defined success. Success by who? From the outside world. Is this really what makes you feel successful? Maybe yes, but I bet if you dig a little bit deeper, maybe you will find that success for me actually means if I don't have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and get up into the rat race. For me, what's really going to be success is, not worrying about how I'm gonna do things, whatever, because I'm in peace with myself. Success is, right, when I go to bed and I sleep like a baby, right? Success is when I have no schedule, when I'm provided. It's not about I have, lots of money, but I am enslaved from morning to evening. I don't see my kids. But this is what is normal. It is normal if you're looking from here, this outside the reality. Majority of people, I mean, it's really great. I'm not judging anyone. It's really great to have options and to see what other people are doing, because your job here is to find your own model of reality, which brings us to the second part of this video, because another reason for you to really understand it is pointless and it's absurd, to see the least, that you compare yourself to anyone. And this is where all the trouble begins, whether you are going to admit this or not. It's everywhere. And why it's ridiculous for you to compare yourself to anyone, it is because it is literally, you cannot be compared to anything or anyone in this world. And even though, for example, someone gets out on the stage and, for example, and presents the thing to 1,000 different people, all those 1,000 people, different people, they're gonna perceive something totally different to what this presenter actually presented, because it's based on their reality. So for me to take this even further, for me it's like ridiculous. Like, why would I want this person to be proud of me? For example, okay, that's maybe my wounded child, but when I really raise my consciousness and I see what would it mean to me that this person give me pat on the back and say I'm really proud of you, when this person is their success is defined, for example, on the false promises of this outside world, so. And this person, for example, doesn't have the standards. I would maybe want someone to be very proud of me that has created successful life by my standards. This is why our job is for us to define our own standards, so that we can say, okay, this is my standard, and I don't go below this. This is what means success to me. This is what means holiday for me. Do I need a holiday from my life? I don't. If I'm gonna do a holiday from my life, it's because I really want to travel, but I don't need a holiday from my life. That is success to me. And why would I be comparing to someone else, right? To someone else's idea of success, let's say. But for a long story short, it is pointless you comparing to anyone, because doesn't matter what you say, or what you do. All those people, they're going to perceive you differently. So really, on the end of the day, that brings you back again when you do the 360 degrees. And some of you have massive success, and then after that you felt empty, and you're like, why I'm feeling empty? I actually thought that this person give me pat on the back that I would feel great, but no, I feel very empty, because you have been playing your life under someone else's game rules, because you bought into that. And this is really for you to realize that you have to take your power away back, and doesn't matter the end of the day where it all comes to is that you only what you think really matters, because anyways other people, they're not gonna get it. They're not gonna get it. Even if you are here all juiced up, I don't have to get on an alarm clock, I retire myself, I retire my husband, I'm doing what I love, abundance flowing to me. Those people from the outside world, they will not want to hear about it, because that's not their reality, and they're like, whatever. So you own it then to yourself to only look within, to only define your reality, your model of reality. That's, we are here as the creators in training, and we are here to develop what your level, what your model of reality is. That's how powerful you are. That is how powerful you are. If you just go basic, and look at, in Australia, someone who lives in Australia, someone who lives in Thailand, let's say, those are already two different realities. They operate on a totally different, rules and aspirations, and what is really fun for them, what is really fun for these people, what is considered their success, what is considered here success. So everywhere you go, you actually see where they're all different models of reality, and where, in the same time, we all think, oh, it's only one reality. No, you create your own reality, and that is the the most beautiful and most exciting thing that you actually can do. And another layer from here is to really understand that doesn't matter where you live, doesn't matter all the circumstances that would press upon the masses, they don't have to apply to you if you don't buy into them. That's the key. The thing, when you buy into certain things, those things, when you say, someone is broadcasting on the TV and say this and this and this, those are the rules, this is the reality, this is what is happening, and you believe them, that thing already becomes you. You are playing under that law, you are playing under whatever, you are buying into whatever they are selling. But if you stay faithful to your inside, you stay faithful to your own reality, start building and creating, soon enough, doesn't matter where you are. People think, oh, I have to move there to Costa Rica, oh, I have to move to Bali, or I have to move to Serbia, or so I can be this Thai, to work online. I mean, all those things are great, but really, it's just where do you prefer. But you are buying into it, that you have to move there because you think because of this and this and this, and then you buy into certain things, so this is why you're going to pin yourself there. Where, if you really take this on the highest levels, which I invite you to do, is to get your power all the way to you, and really understand that doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter what is happening around you, which country you are, your current circumstances, whatever you have in there playing in your world, doesn't matter. You just have to decide and what you're going to do, and just stick with that, and show up and show up and show up and show up. And all of a sudden, 5 years, 10 years, it's a very short period of time. Very short period of time. My life totally changed in 5 years, and then in 10 years, in 15 years. And by creating these models of reality, this is what is standard for me. This is what is standard for me. No, I don't get up on the alarm call. No, I don't get on the paycheck. I don't do government, benefits. I don't do certain things because if I, for example, go on a government benefits or whatever, let's just say I'm subscribing myself to this kind of entity and saying I'm powerless, give it to me, I'm going to be a beggar, where I'm denying the creator in me, where doesn't matter where I live, doesn't matter the circumstances, I'm going to figure it out because I'm this universe on its own. And many people have very similar experience for this recent thing that we had for a couple of years going on. My reality was something totally different because I never bought into anything what they were selling. I saw it coming, I knew what's happening, and I didn't want to participate. That's the thing. I didn't want to participate. I didn't allow 1 ounce of my energy to go towards that. I haven't bought into it, and my reality was totally different. My reality is now totally different, and you hold the power. You hold the power. And so basic thing, take this with you, if that is the one thing that you can learn from me, is that this is how they enslave the man, splitting up and subscribing to all the different things. And when you go and compare and fear and worry and doubt, and like you are a hot mess. And the more that you can unsubscribe and say, okay, what is my definition of this? What is my definition? Okay, what is my minimum standard? How my bank looks like? Where it's normal for everyone to be in a debt, for me, it's not normal to be in a debt. That's my minimum standard. For someone, minimum standard is to be 1 million in debt. That's fine. For someone, their minimum standard, it would be them living on the street, being homeless. For someone, minimum standard, it would be to live in a luxury hotel with butlers and whatever. That's their minimum standard. So, and if they're subscribing, right, those people that are really wealthy or make something out of themselves, if they're looking at everyone around, they will give themselves permission to be like everyone else. Well, look around how everyone else is, and when I see people passing by, they're totally not there. They're just shadows passing by, and because they're so splitted on the outside, and then even if they got something of the value, those things actually take them even further into the point of no return. So one thing, it's pointless for you to compare yourself to anyone or anything, because you're totally different. You is your own universe. And even, if you make by these own rules, like who are those people that are going to be proud of you, for example? Who are those people that you're going to be able to share your life? And what is really important, that you take all this power in, and to do you, and by doing you is how you're going to find happiness, joy, love, success, all of it. Nothing is ever going to come to you from the outside world. My people know you have to give it to yourself. So what is the next thing that you are going to give it to yourself? What will be the next minimum, your base standard for, let's say, what do you do in the world? Or let's say how your bank account looks like. If your bank account is always on the zero, how about you raise the standard, say, okay, my next minimum standard, my bank account is always going to have minimum 5,000, for example. If it's for you normal that you're always in debt, how about you raise that standard and say, I'm not in a debt. You create your own reality, and you are here to create your own model of reality. Everyone is living in their own model of reality based on everything. No one is you. No one has been through all the circumstances. No one has the specific circumstances. No one has specific people around you like you do. So you are absolutely non-comparable to anything or anyone. So the moment you start drawing your attention from all the other sides, the sooner is how you're going to rise and find that happiness. And as I like to say, create that life that you are going to be proud of. So this was my 7 stars. Have a look at my original teaching playlist here, and join my healing pond. Much love.